Hello and welcome to Fandango Friday. I'm in Louisiana with Louisiana liqueur reviews. See if I can get this adjusted right. And Elbow 88 is in Florida. Welcome.
Cheers.
Cheers. And tonight we're doing liquors and liqueurs. So just to get mine out the way, I don't do it first to be rude. I'm just trying to get it out the way so I can concentrate on running this switchboard. Here's Carolyn's.
Looks good.
Salted pretzel. Let me salted caramel. I'll get back to it. Now there's the Weekend in Louisiana. All right, so
okay.
That's the Ice House Fall.
That's not what I'm reviewing.
So I know.
We think it's a toast before we do the show.
Yeah, I know. Here's Carolyn's salted caramel. It's 34 proof, 17% alcohol. It was introduced the last few years. The original Carolyn's is from 1979, but they keep adding and dropping flavors. They try out different flavors. So salted caramel, we'll look at it and then we'll see what Elbow has.
Good evening, folks. Cheers. Happy weekend. Tonight I brought some Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey once again, and I picked up some Evan Williams.
Nice.
It's the Black Label, 43% ABV, and unfortunately, Dave, it's a plastic bottle, but this is not expensive whiskey. In fact, I think if you see an article where they say the 10 best bourbons under $50 or $30, this will probably be on the list, but I wanted to try it out, taste it, and so.
Now, Elbow, can I ask you a question? Have you ever seen the Evan Williams green label?
I don't think I have. I've heard of it. I saw it mentioned on the website, but the white label, the bottled and bond, that's been recommended to me.
Yes, that's good.
And the black is, I guess, a little less expensive. But
they have another one.
Green. It'd be nice to try the green. I haven't seen the green.
If I get a chance this evening, I'll show it to you. I have a bottle. What did you say, David?
They don't sell the green label anymore.
I know where to buy it.
Yeah, I think it's limited. It's around maybe.
They have another one that's popular. It's a 90 proof. It's called 1783.
Yeah.
Which is very close in flavor and profile of the bottled and bond. So I pick that one up every now and then because I can get that for like $14, $13. Man, you can't go wrong with that price.
Yeah.
Now, Jean
really, really popular, so it's been spiked.
Jean-Pierre cannot join us tonight. He's got something else to do, so.
All right, fair enough. Tonight we're looking at Elijah Craig small batch. This is coming in at 94 proof. This is brought to us by the Elijah Craig, father of bourbon. This is first oak barreled, and on the side it says it's distributed by Elijah Craig Distributors.
What is the proof again?
94.
Okay, sorry about that.
And this would be also one of my best under 30s. I got this for $24.99.
Good price.
And as a side sipper, I got a Ice House.
Ice House. I don't do side sipping with liquor. Okay, but everybody's.
Jay, look, it's Friday. I just walked in. How about we have no judgment Friday? Let me have a beer.
Yeah, I'm not judging. I'm just saying I can't handle it personally, but
I can't. You know what I can't handle? Dawn Busters. I could never.
oh
do
yeah,
that.
well, yeah, I guess you got a point
Never.
there. Okay, never mind.
You got to be a pro to do that.
Right, yeah, maybe I shouldn't.
Pro.
No, I can't handle pairing beer with liquor,
No.
but I can handle Dawn Busters at 5:30 a.m. liquor. All right. So there's the banner showing what products are going around. And so I have the Evan Waven small, my mind isn't right. The Carolines. And I bought this for about $14 at a place called Star. And I'll kind of mix it a little bit.
Is that one of your milky substance?
Yes.
I'm pretty sure
Now-
you'll be sporting these all the way to the New Year's.
Maybe. It says,
Bro, if you hit it your way, you'd be sporting pumpkins all the time.
I know, made with, hey, this is a no judgment zone, remember? Hey, made with real Irish cream, made with fresh Irish cream, rich caramel, and savory sea salt. So you'll notice it's got sea salt. Now, Carolyn's, of course, they're the second most popular Irish cream, and so their chief rival is you know who. And
Bailey's?
so,
We don't know who. Tell us.
well, Bailey's.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
So they kind of throw shade. Now, Bailey's was the original Irish cream, and that was from 1974. And Carolyn's will say, well, Bailey's uses a whole lot of unaged Irish grain spirits, and we don't use as much, but they're both using Irish whiskey, the unaged grain spirits, which has not aged into whiskey yet, and using real dairy cream, and then various flavorings, of course. Now, I should have blocked the lamp. So it's got that chocolate milk color due to the caramel coloring. Probably be a lot more like white milk without that. So here's the taste.
Made with cream? Is it made with cream?
Yes, they blend it with Irish dairy cream.
So how do they keep that fresh if it's bought from the shelf?
I guess once they seal it, it just kind of stays put. And then, but it says once you open it, it says drink within 6 months. So then it's going to start going off if you don't drink it.
Do they recommend you refrigerate it after you open it if it's made for cream?
Absolutely. It says refrigerate after opening. Okay, so cheers.
So maybe they're using the same process as that milk that we get from the food lines after a hurricane. It comes in that little sealed container.
Yeah, like they call it shelf stable.
4 years.
Yeah, shelf stable.
Okay.
There.
Yeah, maybe that's it. Maybe they're using that processing step and not really telling us anything like that.
So it smells like, it just smells like cream and whiskey, which is basically what it is. So the taste is,
So do y'all miss Jean-Pierre? Do you want me to laugh like he does? So you know, feel like he's like,
no. I do miss Jean-Pierre because he always adds a lot to it. Now, so I'm getting the whiskey and the grain alcohol. I'm getting the cream, and I'm getting the salted caramel. So just think of those things. You could probably make one of these at your house, although it probably wouldn't blend as well. You would just need some salted caramels, like those Hershey's. Then you would need some cream and some Jameson whiskey. And then I guess you could add some.
Whoop, checking out. I'll be back in a minute.
You could add some sugar. Okay. This has obviously got sugar in it. Medium body, velvety mouthfeel. As a standalone, it's pretty good, but I find that this works better as a coffee additive, like pouring it to the bottom of a coffee cup and then adding the hot coffee on top. and just the force of the coffee will mix it. You don't need a spoon to mix it. This pouring the coffee will agitate it, mix it, and that works really nice. Once in the morning with 1 cup of coffee. After 3 cups, it would just become disgusting. So it'd be too much. But 1 cup of coffee in the morning, take you a week or two to get through, probably a week and a half to get through the 750 milliliters. But they do a very good job. And I'm going to do a screen share and show you the website for people's information real fast. You might find this interesting, folks. And we'll go back to the comments for sure. Have no fear. So here's Carolyn's Irish Cream website. I showed it last week when I did the peanut butter. Peanut butter was a little iffy. You know, they didn't maybe have as much success with peanut butter. And
so Ron, I noticed that you speak week to week when you do one of these of adding it to coffee. Are you saying that you tried that already? Because you recommend it every time. You actually give directions and explain what happens to the additive of coffee after you've added coffee.
Yeah, I do it every morning.
Okay, fair enough.
Just about 2 ounces at the bottom of the coffee cup. Pour the black coffee directly on top. You don't have to add any cream or sugar because it's right there in the blend. And it adds a nice little treat to the coffee. But it is 17% alcohol. But by the time you mix it with the coffee, you might be looking at maybe 5% at the most. So here's the example. Here's what we say here.
Okay.
Salted caramel is made using farm fresh cream, rich caramel, and savory sea salt. And that really adds to it, I have to admit, which provides a delicious twist on the liqueur you know and love. So it's contracted out to an Irish cream company that makes all sorts of brands, but we won't bother with that right now. I have a 4th one coming up in a few weeks that's called Cold Brew.
You get this at Aldi's?
No, I bought them at Star.
Oh, that's right. You did mention that. Sorry.
And they also sell it at Walmart and Mathern's, Winn-Dixie, those stores. Aldi does have their own brand, but it's wine based. Aldi doesn't sell liquor in the United States, so they use wine. But and they're not as high alcohol. They're okay, but they don't have that good Irish whiskey flavor.
So out of all the ones that you've gotten so far, no matter what the flavor profile, how does this stand up against all the rest of them that you've tried?
It's hard to say because the Bailey's that I bought was really nice. Couldn't argue with Bailey's. The McCormick was good. Well, they're all good. So it's basically just picking your price point. I would recommend trying them all. I mean, up there's probably about 10 different Irish cream liqueurs I've had so far. So I would just say shop around and go with the lowest price point. And you could always go higher, but I can get this for $14. And if I buy Bailey's, it's going to cost $27. I'm not too enthusiastic about paying $27 for a bottle like this of Irish cream liqueur. I'm sorry, but Bailey's does have the market. I mean, they're really popular, but no thanks to that. All right, so now we're going to go to Elbow, and we're going to do a screen share. Oh, there's Thomas Metal 75. I'm sorry, I wasn't ignoring you. I didn't see you down there because I was doing the screen
Just came in. Cheers, everybody.
What's going on, Thomas?
Happening.
We were kind of joking around the other day. We're going to crash you on Wednesday after we were done.
Sounds good to me. Come on back. Got enough room for everybody.
It just didn't work out like that. I think it was just bragging talk and stuff.
Right.
Yeah, because we had so many people on Wednesday. It took a long time. Now, Eric, what?
You know, it drive me nuts.
Now, Eric, Thomas Metal 75. What do you have?
I'm going to bring a Great Divide Espresso Yeti.
Now, wait a minute now. I don't know if you were clear about what this hangout is, but don't crack that can. Don't crack that can, Eric. On Fandango Friday, we do either liquor or liqueur.
I got enough of that. I can go acquire that and be right back. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, because you got a lot of interesting liquors. So,
Yeah. This
What?
will be for another night.
okay, sorry about that, but
No
it's just
problem. We'll
a
come
little
back.
confusion. Okay.
Is that made with espresso, caffeine, and all that? I know because we were getting coffee-based beers for a while, and
Yeah.
they either stopped distributing them or they went to a decaf version.
Right.
Yeah, because there was a U.S. government thing about people jacking up alcohol and caffeine, and it was causing supposedly death.
There you go, Ron. You just went ahead and kicked him out now.
No, he left to go get the. Okay, now
Yeah.
Elbow, you.
I know he's got some whiskeys there. I'm sure he can grab, Anyway, Ron, I happen to have one of these here. The regular,
I'll
the
be gone.
regular, the regular Carolines, which I haven't even opened it yet. I forgot it was sitting here in my cabinet. But,
This does drink it.
I like this as like you say, it's an alternative to Bailey's. In fact, last week when I was into my local Total Wine, there was a big display in there of Bailey's where they've come out with a chocolate flavor. It looks like maybe that's new, but they had a huge display of Bailey's chocolate. I may pick one of them up eventually, but yeah, I like this. The Carolines is good also, good choice. But anyway, back to the Evan Williams. Here's what it looks like. It's your amber, golden brown bourbon.
Nice, healthy pour.
Yeah.
Got to do it, though. You got to do it. Got to do it. Okay.
They say, I've done a little research on this, so let me just give my spiel. But Evan Williams was a real person. He was originally from Wales, and he moved to America, Louisville, Kentucky, and they say, like on every bottle here, it says since 1783, and they say Kentucky's first distiller. So that is, that's probably been disputed by other folks, but anyway, that's
if you like that Evan Williams, I would recommend getting the 1783 because I find the flavor profile to be a little richer.
Well, I'm interested to hear what you say about Elijah Craig because I also picked up a bottle of that, and then come to find out both brands
all
are
four of those.
Yeah, there's the core lineup from Evan.
Come
but
to
they're
find
made
out,
by they're made by Heaven Hill.
Yeah,
it's a Heaven Hill brand.
here's the one you
read
got.
this little thing. The 86 proof product sits in between their 80 proof green label and their 100 proof white label. Though it used to have an age statement of 7 years in the 90s, it is still between 4 to 7 years of age, although there is no age statement on here. And its cost, it's probably, they say it may be the second most popular bourbon just based on cost. I guess Jim Beam is probably the top seller, but Evan Williams is.
It is.
Close.
Jim Beam is number one.
Yeah.
Price point, it's direct competition to Jack Daniels, and the price point is like $5, in some cases $10 cheaper on the big board at 1.75. But Beam's just got that bean flavor, man. Hey, Jay, you remember back in the day when the bars used to mix it and they call it married, where they take half and half and try to sell it as Jack? My dad used to.
I don't remember that.
Oh, okay, that's right.
But I'm not much of a bar hopper. Yeah, so they show the charred oak, the grains, the maturation, the bottling. You could spend about 2 hours on this website, tell you the truth. But
inside there somewhere it says the mash bill is 78% corn, 12%
Whoa.
barley, and 10% rye.
Good
What do you
evening,
think,
Claude.
Hold on. Wait. 78, 12, and 10. Okay.
Yeah, that's what I found online. And they also make some flavored bourbons as well. You know, the peach, honey, cherry, apple, and fire. But, you know, this is a standard bourbon product. It's tasty. I like it. It's not too much of a heavy hitter. I mean, you feel the warmth going down, but it's relatively smooth. You know, I'm not saying it's a $100 bourbon, but it doesn't kill you either. So I enjoy it. And
I would rank that up right there with Dickel. I'd say they're neck and neck.
oh, there's the green. Okay,
Is that a
yeah.
glass or a plastic bottle?
Well, this one's plastic, but let me tell you the story behind this one real fast. If I go to International Market in Metairie, Louisiana, they've got the glass 750 milliliter bottles. They're $10.99. But if I buy these, they're $4.99. And if I get two of these, that adds up to a full bottle. So I'm paying $9.98. Now,
You also get the pleasure of drinking microscopic particles of plastic.
well, yeah, but I like to take chemicals in my body. But this stuff here is only 80 proof. It's only 80 proof, and it's only aged 3 years. It's got an age statement, 3 years, and it's charcoal filtered, and it's charcoal filtered sour mash Kentucky bourbon. But apparently, most states don't get this. But Louisiana,
Because it's a weak competitor against the other one's this charcoal filtered in 80.
yeah. And another interesting fact is that there's also a green label Jack Daniels, which is also not sold, but in about 5 states, not including Louisiana. Okay.
That's because the majority of Jack Daniels drinkers look at the green label as being less herb.
Yeah, I know. It's very popular in Texas. Now, Elbow, any more comments about the Evan Williams?
No, not so much. Just that, like I say, for an inexpensive bourbon, it's good. I mean, I like it. It's not off-putting. It's not a real kicker. It's smooth enough. So, yeah, for 86 proof, good stuff.
If you
Anyway,
like it, you think it's good.
cheers,
That's all that matters.
Well, no, wait, hold on. I want to put these other products into the banners. So, Eric, real fast, what do you have? We'll come back to you, but what do you have?
I got a little sample
You
bottle.
want me to
Why
finish?
not? We got the Clyde Mays Straight Bourbon Whiskey, 92 proof.
Okay.
Look at that.
Technically from Alabama, Clyde Mays, but there is distillation done in Indiana and bottled by Conic Ridge Distillery in Cocoa, Florida. So this has been everywhere, apparently.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
one of those, yeah.
Yeah, one of them MGP products from Indiana, I believe.
Well, probably part of that, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll come back to you. Now, what do you have, Claude? It better not be Mickey's. Part of that, yeah. Okay,
Yeah.
we'll come back to you. Now, what do you have,
We
Claude?
do Mickey's last
Claude,
time.
Claude,
We did
Claude,
this
you gotta-
all beer.
I had a good week. I finished a novel I've been working on, and I wanted to treat myself to something special that I haven't had in a long time. A true aperitif Campari from Italy. It's been around since 1860 from Mr. Campari. It's an acquired taste. A lot of people do not like it. I'm one of the few who do like it. It's a fruity, herbal, bitter, slightly sweet taste, and that's what I'm going to be having tonight.
Okay, and Claude, what's the ABV on Campari?
It is 24% alcohol ALV by volume.
Okay, and Claude, do you know what famous American whiskey company Campari bought?
No, Seagram's?
Wild Turkey.
Really? I love Wild Turkey.
Yeah, they
Wow.
bought Wild Turkey.
Go to Wayback Machine and say that about the wild turkey you did 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Oh, I love Wild Turkey, but I don't like 101.
Oh, here we go with a fight.
Yeah, that
Fired.
Oh man.
That
Oh,
101,
man.
it just, I don't know. It's all subjective. I think like Ron said, there's the regular wild turkey, 80, the 80 wild
81.
I like that. The 101, it was just a little too much for me. I want to enjoy my drink. I don't want to be overpowered by it.
Okay, now here's the Elijah Craig experience coming up.
It's the weekend. Can't read. All right. So tonight we're looking at Elijah Craig, and look, Claude, they're in your fancy glass, which is my yoga glass from wherever it's from.
Yoga,
Anyway,
yeah.
this is Elijah Craig. This is the 94 proof single barrel. Is it single barrel? Or what does it say? Something single something.
Small batch. Or no,
Oh, small batch. Sorry. Yeah, 94 proof. They also claim to be the. I can't read that. Why'd you do that? I'm doing a review. I can't read it. Put me back on big.
well,
let me
I'll
know.
read it for you. It says,
No, I don't need
for you.
you.
It says,
I don't need you to be the teacher. Just put me back on big. All right, I'm on.
you don't want to see the
I'm gonna
website?
review this. I'm done. Go ahead. I'm in the middle of review, and you take over.
I was trying to show the website for the people.
I wasn't finished with the explanation.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead.
So there you go.
So the Ice House.
All right, 94. Says it's made in a true small batches with balance and smoothness. First charred oaks. It says it's the father of bourbon. And it's distributed and made by this company. Elijah Craig. Okay, so I kind of dabbled in this a couple days ago. The smell is sweet. It's got the caramel aspect. Jay, you can go ahead and put that back on. There's a little barrel coming through it.
That train coming through too.
I hear that train a coming. It's roaring down the track.
And I ain't seen the sun since I don't know when. All right. So you can see it's got that classic kind of dark finish to it. So I'm going to taste this, see what it's all about.
Okay, cheers.
It's real smooth. It's got that heat. For 94, it's a real good whiskey. The alcohol legs on the glass are just very present with this. To me, this is probably one of the best tasting whiskeys price point you can get. I got this for less than $25 a bottle. And I just think it's delicious.
Yeah, I've got some of that here, Dave.
Oh, it's good stuff. Yeah, you have not opened it up yet?
Correct.
I would recommend just putting like a couple slivers of clear ice in it. It'll actually open it up and make it taste a little. You get more of the notes in it.
Yeah.
But this one is just, it's just wow, man. It's just really, really good. Claude, you should pick up a bottle of this.
Elijah Craig, I will.
Yes.
I
Not
will.
the toasted, not the barrel proof or any of that. Just a small batch.
Just a nice smooth whiskey.
The regular, right. It's just really good. It's got a great flavor profile. It's rich. It doesn't fall apart. There's a couple whiskeys through the years that have done that. The more it seems like the more popular they become, the more they water them down. So this one's fantastic.
Better than my Crown Royal.
Yeah,
I would say so by a country mile.
they're not even in the same category.
Okay. That's good. That's a good review.
Category. Category's got a real like sugarly finish to it, like a lot of Canadian whiskeys do. I found it to be like too sweet to enjoy.
There we go. So, Clyde Mays straight bourbon whiskey. This here little 50 milliliter sample came in a 3-pack, a trio that they do with their Alabama style whiskey, a rye, and this here bourbon. And that 3-pack cost a whopping $9.99. So I had to buy that when I saw that at the counter store.
Did you call it a beer bourbon, Thomas?
Straight bourbon whiskey.
Oh, straight bourbon. Okay.
Alabama style whiskey that they do with some kind of apple flavoring. All right. Pour it in the Glen Karen, shall we? Get some air in there. All right. So again, this is only 46%, not a huge proof ABV.
Is that's a glass bottle there, Thomas?
Yes.
Oh, that's good. Good deal.
Yep. I can save that little bottle for samples if I want to give somebody a sample. So it's, as they say on the website, it's 4 to 5 years aged. We know, I was trying to look it up on the internet. We basically do not know the mash bill, the percentages of corn or rye or any kind of barley. It has to be over 50. It has to be minimum 51% to be called a bourbon. So the nose, actually, the color really quickly is a nice. It's a little bit lighter than a copper penny, but it does have the nice caramel kind of a Werther's original look to it. Not a lot. There is some legs. It is 46%. Not a whole bunch of viscosity to the legs, really. Let's see what the aroma smells like. There's a little bit of an ethanol presence. It's not super over the top. The proofiness. I'm getting those caramel notes right away. I'm getting a caramel, vanilla, cinnamon kind of a note to it. Your classical bourbon aromas, your American whiskey aromas. There's something, I'm thinking a chocolate. There's like a milk chocolate underneath all of that. There's a touch of a spiciness to it. Maybe that is partially the rye I might be smelling in there. Not super herbal or anything, but that nice rye and the cinnamon spices. It's quite pleasant. Yeah, there definitely is that chocolate underneath. I'm definitely getting a chocolate underneath. So, any fruits really? There might be a little bit of a green apple, but I'm not really picking up on much fruitiness as opposed to your classic baking spices and vanilla. So let's give it a try. The Clyde Mays straight bourbon whiskey. Cheers.
So that's a straight bourbon whiskey without rye added to it, or does
I
it
don't
have?
know exactly what the percentage in the mash.
Because the only whiskey I know that goes by without a rye statement on that's also called a high rye is Wild Turkey 101.
It doesn't. The way that it's drinking right now, it does not taste like it has a. It tastes like more of a lower rye concentration, not a very super. The nose was more spicy forward. The flavor here is primarily caramels, vanilla, toffee, cinnamon. I guess there is a little bit of an apple note, apple orchardy fruit note to it. Not much of that in that regard. There's a little bit of a perceivable warmth from the alcohol. Not obviously not a huge hug of warmth from the alcohol. It's a very thin mouthfeel. Doesn't really coat very well. There's not a lot of oils to it. The finish is pretty short and subdued for the most part. But if you really like the caramel and the vanilla notes, then this would be one to definitely explore, especially if you don't like really high proof bourbons, where you like to stay maybe max 100 proof or below that.
Yeah.
What else can I say? There's a little sugary note to it as well. I am getting some just plain old sugar, as well as some of the caramel notes from the barrel. There's not a bunch of a barrel char or a real super big barrel tannin note or a barrel influence to this one. You can tell that it's been aged and it's not just like a white dog or like a new make spirit. So I would sip on this for a little bit and think about a score. I got some.
Does it say it's aged in barrels?
I got a scale we're starting to use thanks to East Coast Liquor Review. So I'll put together that on the side and come back with a number out of 100 for nose, flavor, mouthfeel, finish, and value. That will all equal out to my 100. Stay tuned for that.
Does it claim to be aged in a bourbon barrel?
Yeah, age for 4 to 5 years.
But you're not getting any
bourbon. It has to be in a new American oak charred oak barrel.
Yeah, that's Elijah Craig's the same.
Yep.
So, and I'm getting a little bit of that.
Yeah, it has to be a new charred oak. Yeah. All right, now Claude in Campari, Colorado.
You're muted, Claude. You're muted. You're muted.
Okay, I do that, just so there's no background noise.
We gonna do it.
You don't want to hear my train, do you?
There's trains out there.
Campari. I'm just curious. Have any of you guys ever tried this?
So damn long guy would taste it like.
Yeah, it's a very unique. It's the word that comes to me. It's an acquired taste.
Isn't it one of those like after dinner drinks?
No,
just get like a little
it's the opposite. No, it's the opposite. It's an aperitif.
Okay.
An aperitif you have before the meal to stimulate your appetite. So they say. Yeah. Mr. Campari invented this in 1860. It's got it's an orangey smell to it. Actually, it's an herbal orangey smell to it. The most famous drink, I think, is a Negroni that a lot of people really like. It's Campari mixed with gin and red vermouth, and it's a good drink. I've had it, called a Negroni. Just the smell off this is just the nose is just lovely from this. The taste is unique. It is bitter and sweet at the same time. Does that make any sense?
Yep.
Can you have something?
Go ahead. Like a good IPA. Go ahead.
Yeah. What do we love about the IPA? The bite, right? Isn't that what it's all about?
No,
this has the bite, the fruity, kind of an orange spice. There's a lot of. They say there's the 30 to 60 secret ingredients in this. Okay, it's
like
alcohol.
KFC.
Yeah, it's like the Colonel's recipe. The first two ingredients are obviously water and alcohol. It's about $18 to $20 a bottle. It is just And to your health, gentlemen.
I got something that might be along those lines.
Yeah, can you describe where does the redness come from? Is there any cherry there, or
there's a history to that. The cherry, the red is, I mean, it's a blood red.
Yeah.
Okay? I mean, this looks like a bottle of plasma. Okay. That's a great question, by the way. They used to use a derivative from insects to make it red. It's the truth.
They use mosquito blood.
They used something. I just saw it. I did a little research on it, and they changed it. I think for aesthetic reasons, people didn't want to drink something colored by insects, and they're using. I don't know what they're using now. They're very secretive about the recipe. Okay. They're very secretive about it, and but it's really delicious. And it also, just to have a comparison, it makes an amazing cocktail.
It sounds like some of the craft brew companies in Louisiana.
This is where you can. This is over ice with a little cranberry juice. and just poured it over that and mixed it up, and it's just a wonderful cocktail sipping drink.
Well, I got something. I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty popular. I mean, I've seen it around.
It's very popular in Europe. They're worldwide now. I think there's one other company with an A that makes something similar. I can't remember their name. But people love it. It's lower, a little lower in alcohol. A lot of people mix it with club soda and stuff. It's just it's a wonderful cocktail or drink to have before dinner.
Okay.
So Claude, would this be something that you would probably see often at like an Italian restaurant?
Actually, yes, you would see it in an Italian restaurant, but if you look in a bar, if you go to a bar and you look, you'll always see a bottle of Campari on the shelf, especially in airports and things like that. Yeah.
At airports, you said? Okay.
Yeah, at airport bar. You'll see it in a lot of bars. It's a niche drink. It's you either love it or hate it. It's kind of like what's that German stuff that I can't say? It tastes like Vicks Vapor Rub. That German liqueur.
Oh, you're talking about Jägermeister?
Jägermeister. I don't like Jägermeister, but it has. You can't deny that it doesn't have a monster following. Campari has that kind of herbal flavor to it. That little. You feel like it's almost cough a little bit of cough medicine-y. What was that cherry cough medicine we used to have as kids? Oh God.
Robitussin.
Yeah. Kind of, it's in that Robitussin category. Good analogy there. Absolutely.
So it's been around for 163 years. So somebody likes it.
Oh yeah, it's big. And you said they had enough money to buy Wild Turkey.
Yes.
They've got history going for them. Obviously, something's drink. I don't think it's that popular in America. It's more of a European kind of popular drink. You'll see people in the afternoon have a Campari and soda with an orange twist on it. It's a light drink, so you can still function. Yeah, it's got that combination of bitter, sweet, and a little fruit. And a little herbal. It's a complex drink. It's really hard to describe.
So, you mentioned this is a light drink. Would this be something that you would wake up and have in the morning with your coffee?
No
No way.
No way.
This
is like you've had a tough week. You finished a book that you've been up day and night for a couple days. I just finished a business novel that I wrote, The Haunted Investor. There's my plug. When you finish a book, the best thing you can do is treat yourself to something special, something unique. Okay. So cheers, gentlemen. Good health and happiness and prosperity.
Cheers, Claude. And by the way, Claude, they also had enough money to buy a Canadian whiskey company a few years ago called 40 Creek.
Is it good? I never had that.
40 Creek is good. Yeah, they bought 40 Creek. So they're buying out different people's.
I'm getting a bottle of Elijah Craig tomorrow. You guys sold me.
I've had it. It's good.
Get it. You never bought it though.
Okay, I never bought it because if you you've been to this house and you saw all the bourbon I've got. Don't play games. You know how much bourbon I have.
Yeah, I've seen it, and I've seen the quality level.
It's even on his T-shirt. Come on.
You want the left hand or the right hand?
That's a good problem to have.
All right, now
I know where you live. I know where you live.
Yeah, I know where you live too. But anyway, getting back to reality. No, I have a lot of bourbon. I have a lot of bourbons that I need to get through, and it's crazy, But I'm going to get through them, maybe. But it's back to this Irish cream liqueur. I think it's called Irish. Oh, I can't remember the name of it. Doesn't matter. The producer doesn't matter. It's just the brand is owned by Heaven Hill. Heaven Hill. We got 3 Heaven Hill ownerships tonight.
I come from there. No, just
They own Carolyn's too.
Yeah, they bought Carolyn's from another big company about 10 years ago. I can't remember the big company, but it's a big one. You know, if I said the name, you'd say, well, yeah, everybody heard of that. But oh yeah, Pernod Ricard, French company. So anyway, but Carolyn's salted caramel is great. Tastes like Irish whiskey, dairy cream, salted caramel. Simple. Put it in the coffee, drink it. It's not that big of a production. Tomorrow morning, next Friday we'll do another Fandango Friday. Next Wednesday we're doing Joker's Wild. Anything you want to bring on All Saints Day, and then tomorrow morning at dawn when most people are asleep, I am going to be doing. It's going to be a challenge in name only because it's not going to be a real challenge. There's no way that Trader Joe's blended Scotch is going to be able to compete with Johnny Walker Gold Label Reserve. That's not going to be a reality, but it is going to be a challenge in the sense of I'm going to do it. You know, like football teams, you got some things on the schedule. You just know your team's not going to win, you know, but I'll do it. And then I'm going to close that out pretty soon. I got a few more
athletic prowess to sipping whiskeys.
I am sort of a whiskey athlete now. And so I'm going to do that. And then, next Wednesday, Joker's Wild Wednesday, and next Friday, Fandango Friday. So that's about it. From what the hell? I've got this Vodovsky. I've got to bring Vodovsky. I've got to bring this one night.
Can't we just all do our reviews?
Would you finish that bottle already? Put a straw in it.
This is sugarcane vodka. If you really don't have much regard for your own life, you can buy some. And I bought it at International
plastic bottle.
Yeah, and it's from Mexico, and it's vodka made from sugarcane juice of all things. So yeah, that's where I am. That's where I am right now in my life. All right, but all kidding aside. All right, now don't shake your head. Don't you shake your head, Thomas Meadow, because you've never had it.
All right. I'm finishing off here with a little Evan Williams on the rocks. It goes down smooth, and when I like my whiskeys on ice, a lot of times it softens them up a little bit. But I'd give this a 90, just because it's a good value. I'm not saying it's the best bourbon out there, but I'm also saying it's not offensive. It's something I would definitely buy again, just because it's got a great price and it's tasty to me. So I'd give it a 90. And anyway, cheers, you guys. Hope you all have a great weekend. And always fun to be here. As far as any promos, the same name over there, Elbow 88. I do have a channel here that's got a few videos on it. I do mean to upload some new stuff pretty soon, but I haven't done that in a while.
Scott Joplin.
But anyway, yeah. My goodness. I've been listening to a guy named Jimmy Johnson lately. He was the piano player for Chuck Berry.
Cowboys.
And he went solo, years later, but great. I love his style. Great rhythm and blues and piano stuff. But anyway, I recommend Jimmy Johnson and Evan Williams. So anyway, good to see you all. Always fun to be here on a Friday night. And cheers.
Cheers to you. All right, so we got a 93 for mine, a 90 for yours, and now David is going to give his score for his.
You sure? All right, Logic Craig, 94 proof. For the price value on this, it's fantastic.
Let me just say something. No, I'm just kidding.
It's fantastic. This blows everything away in the $20 to $30 range that I can think of. It's just delicious. It's got tons of caramel. You smell the smokiness from the barrels. The taste is complex. There's a overall mouth feel of it being kind of thickish, being kind of like a custard. I did add ice. It kind of brought it down a little bit. There's more notes coming out of it. It's making it softer.
Yeah.
It's just really good. You guys need to get a bottle of this. I'm telling you, you won't be disappointed. Claude, if you like Bullet, this blows it away.
Really? I love
Yep.
Bullet. I love
You'll be
Bullet.
thanking me.
All right.
They also have a rye version to this too. I've seen a couple dollars more.
I got one of those. I got one of those little Thomas airplane bottles there.
I don't think you can get this.
Yeah. All right. That's cool.
Well, it's better than Bullet. That's saying a lot because I think this is good whiskey.
Now, what number you giving? What number you giving on Elijah, Craig?
95.
Ooh, 95.
Try it yourself.
I'll take one, but I gotta get through all my other superb bourbons before that.
I gotta just come over and taste it. I don't know.
Yeah, I know, but I gotta be dramatic. It's my channel. I have to be dramatic. Okay. Now,
What's going on?
live from Massachusetts.
It's Friday Night Live. Oh, yes. Okay, so we're doing the Clyde's May straight bourbon whiskey distilled in Indiana. Clyde's May is a product, the line from Alabama, the official state whiskey of Alabama, the official beverage. So I do a couple of different rating notes here. So there's 6 different categories that I'm in here, and I'll go through them really quickly. There's looks and aesthetics out of 10 points, nose out of 20, flavor, mouthfeel, finish out of 20, and then there's a value component to this. So aesthetics and looks compared to the bottle and the look of appearance of the spirit itself. I'm going to give that a 6 out of 10. I don't think it's anything too crazy or earth-shattering, but it's nice. I kind of wish there were more information on the bottle that tells you mash bill and stuff. But yeah, 6 out of 10. It's got an attractive label. There's Clyde May, and so
Who is Clyde May, Thomas?
I think he was a bootlegger during the Prohibition time.
Oh, okay. Mickey's. Yes.
Clyde Mays was born in 1922.
There we go. The nose out of 20 points, I'm going to give a 15. It's basically a corn sweetness with a sweet caramel toffee and vanilla note, with spicy cinnamon and a little bit of the herbal rye, a bit of ethanol, and I mean there's a very light oak tannin. So pretty much I'm not really detecting a bunch of barrel notes in the whiskey. 13 out of 20 for the flavor. It's pretty much corn sweetness with a big caramel note and spicy cinnamons. Again, a very light herbal rye note. There's a faint chocolate in there as well. I will give the mouthfeel an 11 out of 20. It's pretty light and watery, but slightly coating. I mean, ever so slightly coating. I think that the Jim Beam White Label actually had a more watery mouthfeel, so I gave this a couple extra points over that one I did the other day. Out of 20 points for the finish, I give it a 10. It's not a very long finish, but what's there is a corn sweetness that lingers. This light oak after that dries at the end, not complex whatsoever. It's a little too weak of a finish for me personally. And the value, so I can get a bottle of this locally in one of my surrounding liquor stores for $39.99, a 750 milliliter. I think that's not very good value. It's too expensive for the ABV range and the thin body and mouthfeel for it. I would rather drink stuff under $40 like a Russell's Reserve, and we mentioned also Wild Turkey 101. I would rather also drink Edge Williams Black Label at a half the cost of this. So I give that a 5 out of 10. So overall,
60.
Overall, I'm at about a 60 out of 100 for the Clyde May.
Man.
Oh, poor Clyde.
Like
No, I mean, for $40, if you see it for cheaper than 40, I would recommend you trying it if you find it for cheaper than 40. There's so many other things on the market to try.
That little bottle costs you.
Yeah. So still a pleasant whiskey. Nothing wrong with it by itself, but not the most complex dram from the United States.
How much was that little bottle?
Yeah, how much was it?
three pack cost me $9.99. So it was this one.
Oh no!
This one, the rye whiskey, and their Alabama style whiskey. So
$3.33.
Yep.
Negative.
Right at that price, why not?
Yeah, you could mix that in with,
for the same price.
you could mix that in with Ron's sugar vodka, you know.
Ooh.
Well, we're just going to make a special show one night called Pick on Ronald for Drinking Sugar Vodka. That's going to be a lot of fun. I'll just attack. I guess I'll just get attacked. Okay, now guess that now
Thomas Nettle, you got to tell us about your channel.
Yeah, right. Promos.
I can do that right now, sure. Thomas Metal 75 is the name of the YouTube channel. I host the Wild Card. Well, I host the Masters of Beer Reviews, which our main focal point besides whiskey and beer reviews is the live show every Wednesday at 7:30 Eastern Time, Boston, New York time. The Wild Card Wednesday. Go and check that out. Beverage. Just bring a beer, wine, spirit. Let's have some fun. Don't be a douche. Cheers. And I'll give a shout out to the band I play the drums in, Oxblood Forge. If you like Black Sabbath and Iron Maiden, check out Oxblood Forge. Go to Bandcamp, search for us. You can get a CD, T-shirt, vinyl, cassette tape, download some music, and thanks for having me. Cheers.
So here is the price that I paid for my Trio, and it's this one.
Ooh,
Okay, hey Thomas Metal, Eric. I hope you come back again.
I sure will. Yeah, right. Hell yeah, that looks good.
Oh, what's
How much
that?
was that?
The red breast.
$21.99.
A 3-pack of red breasts. That looks good.
Red breast.
He's got the Christmas wrapping paper on it still, too.
Yeah.
What about a year ago? It's been sitting.
I got to pick that up.
It'll only get better, right?
Only
No,
with tried and true, fellas. Don't step out in that water. Sometimes it's not a life preserver for you. You got to go with tried and true.
There you go.
Okay, and I do the same thing every day.
No, you don't. Stop those.
Blasphemy.
So you're saying that Trader Joe's is not tried and true? Okay.
Oh my gosh. Do we have to keep on having the same old rebuttal every time we talk about radio?
I mean, it's pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious that I'm baiting you. It's pretty obvious I'm baiting you. All right, now Claude.
What?
Claude.
What?
A unique, different drink. I drink beer during the week. You know, I like my good old Miller High Life or a Coors, and that's it. On the weekends, on Friday night, I like a real cocktail. And I made it out of Campari. I had a little shot there before. It's just a nice little shot drink, an aperitif. I made a cocktail, as I said. It's delicious. Some people love it. Some people hate it. It's one of those kind of drinks, you know. It's very smooth. It's low in alcohol. It's a delightful drink, in my opinion. It's some people like it in the summer and stuff like that. I'm drinking it tonight. I'm sipping this, and it's lasting. Every little sip is enjoyable. It's not a heavy duty drink like a Manhattan or a martini or anything like that. I just mixed it with a little cranberry juice here, and it's got a unique flavor and taste to it. It's a good value. It's under this I got for 18. I've seen it as high as 22, 23. So don't buy a bottle. My advice is try it first at a neighbor's house or at a bar and get a little shot first, because you don't want to buy a bottle that sits in the back of your bar for the next 20 years.
No, Claude, I bet I'd like it. I know I'd like it. And it looks like, Claude, it looks like it would be good with peaches in it, like sliced.
Oh, yeah. What they do in Italy is they do mix it with fruit. They always put a orange slice with it and stuff. They mix it with soda, with club soda. I mixed it with a little cranberry juice today, and like I said, it's just in my nice little Wyoming cowboy glass here. My favorite glass. Does everybody have a favorite glass? I know David has his Flintstone jelly glass there.
I don't have a favorite glass.
How important is it to have the right glass for the right?
It's important, but it's not as important as people claim it is. All right, well, what is your score?
I'll give it a very healthy 96.
Oh yeah.
Woo.
Yeah, I think it's just it's a unique product. I don't think there's many competitors in this product. And if you enjoy just what do we have there? What is that? L'charano hasuhane. Oh, it's yes. I was reading the Hebrew there. And
Yeah, okay.
Got me.
That's cool. I like that, Dave. That's
Actually,
It's
I
an
actually was
upside
reading
down
the
glass.
Oh, wait. Now show it the right side up, the correct way.
That is the correct one.
Is that actual Hebrew or is that just like
that is Hebrew.
Hebrew for go. You know what?
Arabic.
Yes, no, it's Hebrew letter, not Arabic.
okay? Now Claude's
What is
gonna
that?
Dave,
This
your
is-
comic relief, man. That's all, folks. What does it say on Mel Blanc's grave?
that's all, folks. No, but any promos?
If I'm in the mood, I'll do a beer with Claude Saturday tomorrow, and I just enjoy coming on with you guys. Thank you.
You're welcome, and you're welcome anytime. Yeah,
Thank
Ronald's
you.
last stand. I feel like I'm abused, so terribly abused. But anyway,
Hey, there's a game going on Nickel State tomorrow.
oh yeah,
Oh,
okay.
Hey, Broncos won last Sunday, by the way.
Oh yeah, they're
Oh my
they're
God.
starting to do a little something, and but
Yeah.
the
I'm
Saints,
sure
well,
maybe take the rest of his coaching staff with him too. We're about tired of him.
Yeah.
well, the fun thing about the NFL is that you never know what's going to happen, but you do know that Taylor Swift is going to be shown all during the game, and
Yeah, don't want to miss her movie, right, Ron?
no, but I think she's probably going to call me tonight and want to get together and taste some bourbons. Well, maybe maybe that's not.
Bad run.
And maybe that's not really going to happen. But anyway, thanks for joining.
Taylor Swift's going to call you and want that rum vodka. You say, Ron, you're the only man in Louisiana who has that rum vodka.
Oh my God.
Not a rum. No, it's not a rum vodka. It's sugarcane vodka. I would say, well, Taylor, you could come over. Don't bring Travis. Just come alone, and we'll try out different products. And I'm very open-minded about these kind of things.
Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
Joe.
no.
All right. Well, anyway, so I gotta go because I might be getting that call. And well, thanks for watching, everybody. Thanks for joining, and see y'all tomorrow morning for Dawn Busters Taste Challenge. And yes, we do hope Jean-Pierre gets home safely.
Me too.
And
Drink better
y'all
beers.
Y'all take care.
Where is he?
I don't know. He just said he had something to do. He told me he had something to do, and I didn't. I don't pry and impress people.
Mysterious.
Yeah, he just had something to do, so I don't say, "What is it, Sean?" He might have had to go buy new tires. Who knows?
World Series, baby.
Whoa.
Yes. All right. So one more thing. It was 100 years ago this year that a team went to the World Series and won their first ever World Series. And do you know who that team was 100 years ago, 1923?
It wasn't the Mets. It wasn't the Mets, that's for sure.
No,
Yankees.
it was the New York Yankees.
Boo!
Close.
And it was the first of many. Okay.
Yeah.
Bambino on the team?
Huh?
Was the Bambino on the team?
Yes, because he had already gotten traded from the Boston Red Sox, which was a very bad decision, I'm afraid. Thomas Meadows like, how did they let that happen? All right.
Bad
Yeah.
politics like usual up here.
Yeah, bad politics. All right. Well, y'all take care, folks, and we'll see y'all soon.
Cheers.
Bye-bye. Cheers.
I'm back.
Adios.